Today's readings deal with danger, departures, and the sadness of being apart. Topics and emotions that many people are presently contending with to one degree or another. Early this week, I spoke to my college friend Joel, who lives 2 time zones away in Colorado. Maybe you have a similar friend, someone you got to know at an important part of life, someone who remembers the echoes of the past, but who also wants to talk about what's going on right now, someone who gives you a sense of being in your boat and rowing with you. In today's readings, St. Paul and Jesus try to help those that they are leaving to understand the same, that they are praying for them, and that they will never be alone, even in the moments of uncertainty and fear. For some, this time of the pandemic has been a chance for families to grow together. But for others, it has been so challenging to be physically apart from family and friends. St. Paul and Jesus' words of compassionate instruction and encouragement remind us of how much we need God and each other. Before this crisis, there were so many distractions: school, work, travel, sports, theater, you name it. All good things, but I think one silver lining is the realization that God has made us to be in communion with Him and each other. And on the human level, not just an annual Christmas card or through Facebook alone. And this includes the sharing of our faith. One thing I didn't mention in the beginning was that in college, my friend was an agnostic. But today, he begins his day reading the Bible, and he does his best to follow God's will every day as a husband, father, son, and as a friend. This means that now we can talk about one of our favorites, St. Paul, and what he's doing. But we can also talk about Joel's son, Clyde, and his soccer team, and everything in between. The gift is that through friendship in the Lord, though we're apart, we're united in God. Both Jesus and Paul warn us of the dangers of this world. And one potential pitfall is our falling away from God and each other because we get discouraged due to loneliness. Now, whether you have an old friend to call, or maybe a new one, or on some days, you just can't seem to connect with anyone, Jesus reminds us that He will always care for us, that He has sent the Holy Spirit, the one to guide and encourage us when we need Him the most. My brothers and sisters, because of love, God never leaves us alone. He is always with us. And at times, in special ways, He sends people to be His messengers of faith, hope, and charity. People who also give us the impetus to reach out to others who need the same. So whether you are struggling due to fear or loneliness or for some other reason, remember that Jesus prayed, "Holy Father, keep them in your name that you have given me, so that they may be one just as we are one." Remember that God created us to help one another to grow in faith and hope and charity, and that prayer and phone call can make all the difference in how the world looks today. My brothers and sisters, may God bless you and your families this holy day.